President Trump suggesting attacks on Iran will resume if a deal with Tehran isn't reached by Wednesday. Meanwhile, we're learning that Iran has reclaimed control of the Strait of Hormuz. The back and forth has already sent shockwaves to the global energy sector. Before Iran's announcement this morning, oil prices on Friday plunged by more than $9 to about $85 per barrel. Here to react is Phil Flynn, an oil trader and Fox News contributor and our resident oil expert. So we've got some breaking news this morning with Iran saying they are now in control of the Straits of Hormuz. I'm a little confused. We have a lot of warships there, Phil. How exactly are they claiming control first?
Well, they're claiming control because I think they're having second thoughts about the deal that they made with President Trump. And the reason is because what we saw in oil prices. Oil prices plummeted. They realize that their revenue is going down dramatically on this deal, and they're already not getting revenue because of the blockade by President Trump.
Right.
And I think because Iran did not get President Trump to lift the blockade, they're seeing prices go back down. They're having second thoughts. And there have been some unconfirmed reports that some Iranian guard ships have attacked a couple of tankers. They're raising that terror again to scare ships that were making their way through the Straits of Hormuz. So they're trying to slow that down. We'll see how President Trump responds later today.
Will this stop the trend of oil prices going down?
I really don't think so. When you look at the prices, if this ceasefire would have held up over the weekend and Iran agreed to that, we probably would have seen gasoline prices fall below $4 a gallon. In fact, they're at $4.05. They've fallen to today. And I think that trend's going to continue. But make no mistake about it, this report is going to scare traders. If this is still in question on Sunday night, we'll see another big price spike like we've seen on the opening on Sunday before, Rachel. So, prices will pop back up a little bit. But listen, the United States is winning this war. It's only a matter of time. Iran is desperate. These attacks are trying to save face, but there's no way they're going to win. And I think the market's starting to get that. Now, in the short term, the Strait of Hormuz being shut down, it's going to cause some concerns and pains. But we're seeing the market start to work around that a little bit. And, it's obviously a concern. But I think Donald Trump will have something up his sleeve, in response to what happened on these reports.
Yeah, he always does have something up his sleeve, doesn't he? All right, Phil Flynn. So great to have you on. No one better on this topic. Thanks for joining us.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.